I forgot to do this. My apologies. What I'm wearing. I'm rubbish at this. I don't know why you watch me. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly, also known as Roro and Kids, and this is a podcast all about everything I've been knitting, crocheting and designing over the last 2 weeks. Welcome, this is episode 108. 108. Okay, right. I've not done a lot of knitting over the last 2 weeks. Now, I know I say this all the time, but for one, it was my wedding anniversary and I went away for a couple of days. I did take knitting with me. However, I also had a bit of an accident the week before and I fell, and I will explain at the end, but I hurt this part of my hand, this bone here. Now, it was only hurting to drive, gear changing and things. It was only hurting that when I was pulling on the gear stick, but then over time it started to get a little bit worse, and we had a knit and natter on Sunday. I can't remember the date, but it was last Sunday for me. And I knitted for a long time while we chatted, and when I finished, this finger was in so much pain. So when we went away, I didn't knit at all. I thought, we'll just rest my finger, and I was away Monday to Wednesday. I knitted a tiny bit. Actually, I didn't. I crocheted on Wednesday night and that was fine. And then last night I started knitting again and it was hurting again. So I'm not sure what to do there. I'm going to have to wait and see and just keep it rested. But I also don't want to rest it too much and then it not get better. So anyway, there's not a lot of knitting to show you, but I have got some. So I've got things to talk about. It's fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry, you get on with your knitting. Right, so first I've got a finished objects, which isn't in here. They're not in there. Great start. 2 seconds. They are here. It is my first bloom socks, which were the Cozy Toes Cal sock pattern for March to April. Yes, March to April. And I've only just finished mine because, why keep up with your own cow? So this is the first bloom socks, which is a pattern by me. It is a taupe sock with, in the pattern it has a German short row heel, but I did a shadow wrap heel on this one, and it has this little 3D flower just on one side of the cuff. And I don't know how well you can see it in these because it's a little bit variegated, but it's cute little flower that you do on either side of the leg. And yeah, they're sweet. My first ones were just all in like a yellow yarn by, was it Hobie? I think it might have been Hobie Rainbow Sock in like the curry colour or something. This I did a different colour for the heel, toes and cuffs, as you can obviously see. This was knitted in a yarn by Eleanor and Erica and Eleanor, or Eleanor and Erica. Erica and Eleanor. I think they're on Etsy. I will drop them below. They don't seem to name their yarn colours or anything. It seems to be like a proper small batch dyer. Like nothing's repeated, I don't think. But I saw this and just fell in love. I have a couple of her sock sets and they're just cute. So I just grabbed this one and just loved it. I actually bought it as a present for a friend. And then when it arrived, I was like, do you know what? I don't think that's quite right for my friend, but I love it, so I'll keep it. But yeah, so I finally finished my first bloom socks. I did one, it's been done ages, and I just never got round to doing the second one. So I kind of wanted some... I was going to say I wanted some vanilla. I didn't. I have been struggling with my whips and I just wanted some done. I seem to have loads of sock whips and I'm getting a little bit fed up, even though I've just cast on another sock, but I'll explain. I was getting a bit sick, so I just wanted to clear some, and this was one of the easiest ones to clear because it is just mostly vanilla apart from the little flowery bit. So yeah, that is my first bloom socks. And they can go in my drawer now and be worn. Worn, Kelly, they can be worn. So that is those. They are very cute. No other finished objects at all. Like I say, not a lot of knitting. That's what I was knitting on when I really hurt my finger. So it wasn't like I was even doing anything intricate. I was literally knitting vanilla. So, yeah. The next thing I have to show you is, I've got the yarn here for those. I've got what I have left over, which is quite a bit, to be fair, you know. It was a 50 gram, 20 gram sock set. Oh, lovely. But that's what I've got left. So into my scrap bag, of which I do not know what to do with. I need to decide. So I have a new cast on. The Cozy Toes Cal currently, if you don't know what the Cozy Toes Cal is, you can check out my Instagram page, which will explain a little bit more, but basically it is a sock cal that I run every 2 months. It runs for the full 2 months. I select one of my sock patterns, reduce it to 50% off, and then everybody knits that sock pattern in. Currently it's from the 1st of July until the 30th. Yes, because there's 31 days in August. So until the 30th of August. And then on the 31st of August, somebody will be randomly drawn for a prize. It is all on Instagram. You must post your socks on Instagram to be entered, and also comment on my main cal post. But yeah, and the current sock is Limerence, which look like, I know you're around here somewhere. Okay, I don't know where they are. I will pop a picture up of them, which Editing Kelly will smack me for, but I don't know where they've gone. So, sorry, Editing Kelly. We'll put a picture of Limerence up. So Limerence are a cuff down sock with a heel flap and gusset. And I cast mine on last night because I've only got a month to go. They are all over lace. This is mine. So I did do a vote a few weeks ago about which sock set I should choose. And I had a Ducky Darling sock set, which was like greens and blues. And then I had this one, which is Wild Magic Yarn. This was her Yarnimal Crossing collection. I think that's right. Sorry, Charlotte. Yeah, I'm sure it's it is Yarnimal Crossing. And this was the Island Life colourway. So when I got this, I'm not going to lie now, when I got this, I was a bit like, oh, because I'm not a big yellow fan. And this was the mini. And if it's going to be yellow, it's got to be like yellow, not like a pale yellow. So I was a little bit like, oh. And then this in the skein, it looked pretty, but it just wasn't, it didn't like sing to me immediately. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't something that I would buy off the shelf. But when I caked it last night, I started to see all these little pops of rust in there as well. Can you see those here? And the blues and the pinks, it kind of come alive as I was balling it up. And then as I started knitting with it last night, I was like, oh my God. And I absolutely love it now. Look at that. So even though I'm still not a massive fan of the lemon, because I'm just not a lemon fan. It's nothing to do with Charlotte or her yarn. It's just that I'm not a lemon fan. But I absolutely love that. And I think they're going to be such lovely summery socks. So yeah, so that is Limerence. So it is cuffed down. I'm on the 3rd pattern repeat. I need one more, I think. Maybe I need 2 more. And then it's the heel flap. But it was really hurting to knit it last night. So I had to stop. So I'm hoping that I can crack on with them because I'd like to get them done for the cal that ends in August. And tomorrow is August at time of recording. So there we go. They are living in my beautiful flowery bag from Kath's Creations. I love this bag. It's just so, it's like dinky and cute, and it's just perfect for a little sock pattern. Drawstring gorgeousness. So I'll tag Kath below as well. That was gifted to me because she's lovely. Right. I've been working on 2 other things. I didn't do this. I forgot to do this. My apologies. What I'm wearing. I'm rubbish at this. I don't know why you've watched me. Right. I am wearing my SummerFlirtTee by Jill, Karina, I can't remember. I have looked up how you pronounce that O. It's the O with the strike through it. But I always forget. I think it might be Burr. Anyway, this is the SummerFlirtTee. It is beautiful. Say hi, Mike. It is beautiful. It is all round yoke. It does have short rows in the back to bring the neck down. I knitted mine in 100% cotton yarn. It was drops. I think it was saffron in the mint colourway, I want to say. Yeah, maybe. It's a long time ago. I love this tee. It's a really nice fit. It's lovely and cool in the cotton. It's just, yeah, it's just a nice tee. It's just lovely, and it was really enjoyable to knit. And there's a couple of little variations of extending yokes and things if you wanted to. I did the longer yoke, but you can stop higher up if you want. Yeah, I think that's all there is to tell you. But it's lovely. I will drop the pattern link for this one below as well. Right. I have been working on my Northeasterly by Skeinanigans. I think that's what the designer is called. So if you remember, I got the little Likac. I get the little Likac mystery yarn box every month. It's currently themed on Alice in Wonderland. And I said that every month I was going to add my 3 colours into my blanket and have a blanket by the end of the year. I managed March and February and then completely fell behind. We're now coming up to August and I've finished March. But here we go. This is where I am with it. So I've added in March, which is the pinks. It's not massively long. I think the blanket will go this way across. It's just going to be like a lap blanket. I thought it would be bigger, but it's just not going to be. But yeah, so this is where I'm at. So the last time you saw this, it goes this way. The last time you saw, I think does it go that way? Yes, that's the cast off. I think I was like halfway up the February colours, which is the 3 blues, the grey, the blue and grey and the blue. So the pink has just been added, which it is 3 pinks. They do look quite similar there, but they are different. It looks clearer in reality that they're different. And then obviously the darker pink. So they're all in now. It's quite hard to fit it all on the screen, but they are all in. And I've got the next ones to add in, which is April, which are already, well, 2 of them are caked up, balled up, and I've still got a cake to ball the other one up. So that'll be these 3. So they're going in next. And then if I remember rightly, it's these 3 after that, which they're one of my favourites. I'm looking forward to adding them in. So yeah, my Northeasterly is on its way. I do have the latest. So what would that be? That's January, February, March, and then those ones are April. So the red ones must be May. So I've got June and July. I've got them. I need to like put them in the bag. And then, no, yes, June is over there, which needs to go in this bag. And then July is behind me. I obviously haven't got August yet. Right, and I'll show you July at the end when I show you the acquisitions. Okay, scattered much. So yeah, Northeasterly, been working on that. Postman came. I've also, regular viewers might remember this, but everybody else is probably like, oh my God, I've not seen that before. I have my crocheted blanket that is in the Stylecraft Highland Heathers. So the last time you seen it, I was where the little sheep is. Nine rounds on it. So it's not ginormous yet, but it is getting there, and it's taken me longer to get around, obviously. So this is crocheted in the Stylecraft Highland Heathers. When it was first released, it's an Aran weight. When it was first released, they gifted me 2 balls of every colour. Now, whether there's more colours come out since, I don't know. But they gifted me 2 balls of every colour, and I decided to make a blanket with every colour and just go round and round in like a circle until I run out of each one. So this is, I'm kind of looking like, this is my next colour because it's got the hook in. Some of them are smaller than others because they've been used a few more times, but oh, hook. But I've got 2 of every colour, and this is still my first lot, and there's still so much yarn on each one of them that I'm like, how big's this blanket going to be? But I am going to keep trying to do that because it's beautiful. I really love it, and I do enjoy making it. I just don't get a lot of time to work on it. But with my finger being funny, crocheting was easier because I don't need to use this finger as much because everything's in my right hand. This is literally to hold the tension, so it wasn't really doing much. Yeah, so I'm cracking on with it. It's not huge, but it's getting there. It hangs funny though. Can you see them like lumps going down at the front? I don't know whether I'm like, my tension is. I'm not a crocheter. If you're new here, I've only been crocheting a couple of years, and I literally dabble in it. I don't really know what I'm properly doing. I can't really call myself a crocheter, so I don't know whether my tension is out or why it's like hanging funny, or is that fine? Is it just because I'm holding it up? And it's not like all wibbly wobbly because there's a tension issue, it's just that's how it is. I have something scratching at my door. It's a Dax. It's a big ginger cat called Dax. Yeah, so I don't know. If you have any advice on that, I would appreciate it. But yeah, I am loving it. It's going to be absolutely ginormous, but it's going to take a long time. I'll be talking about it in a couple of years' time, I reckon, because it is going to take a while. The only other thing I have to talk to you about, which I did a little short on, and that is my Ilha jumper. Now, if you remember, I was working an Ilha with these 2 together. So I had, my mum had bought me this Debbie Bliss Rialto lace in this like lilac colour, and she got me about 10 balls of this, and there is 390 metres per ball, so I had a lot. And then my mother-in-law bought me this Hobie's Diablo print, which is a mohair, also lace weight. So I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll hold them together. They'll be nice together. And then it created this striping, and I really didn't like it. I didn't expect it to be striping like it did. And I was talking to you about it and asking you what you thought. And some of you were saying, pull it out. If you're not enjoying it, pull it out. Some of you were saying that you thought it would look lovely. Some other people said to just finish it and then over dye it. But I sat and thought. And the other day I really wanted to pick up a jumper. I have no jumpers on the needles at all, apart from that one. And I just really wanted to work on a garment. But I didn't want to work on that. And that kind of brought it home to me that it wasn't working how I wanted it to. I really seriously thought about over dyeing it. However, my mum is like an elephant. She remembers every single thing she's ever bought me, ever. And she will ask me, randomly, she'll ask me, where's them shoes I bought you in 1997? Like, honestly, she remembers everything, and she wants to know where it is and what I'm doing with it. And I thought about the yarn, and I thought, if I over dye it, that would upset her. She'd be like, well, why did you not like the colour? And then I also thought about how different the yarn looks compared to what it was when she bought it for me. And I think that would also upset her a bit. Like she would feel like I didn't like what she got me and I had to alter it. So here's the Ilha now. I have pulled it out and I didn't even have to freeze it either. It did come away quite easily. And I have decided that what I am going to do is hold the lace double and cast it on again and cut out the mohair. Now, I have no idea what I will do with that mohair because the way it stripes is just not what I wanted. So I don't know what I'll do with that mohair. I will put it away and maybe something will come up that it's ideal for one day. But right now it's not working for me with that. And even though it was lovely and cosy and comfy, I didn't like the way it looked and I don't think I would have wore it. So, hello? Do you want to go back out? Are you going to say hello? Doesn't like being picked up. Say hello. Who's that? Who's this? Look. Dax. 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 Who's this? No. No. Okay. Well, you're very fluffy. In a minute. You want some biscuits. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I've pulled it out. I pulled it out last night. I'm going to hold the lace, Rialto, double. Debbie Bliss Rialto lace. I'm going to hold it double. Should still give me the same tension gauge. And yeah, do it like that. And then my mum will be happy because she'll see it knitted up. And there's no like, well, why is it a different colour? Well, didn't you like the colour I got you? Why have you had to make it with something else? I just know what she's like. So yeah. That's my plans. So that's everything. That's everything I've worked on in the last 2 weeks. Not a lot, like I said. I am quite bored with my whips though, so I really do need a new cast on. I'm seriously considering from my last video. So if you saw my last video, I did a list of the patterns that were released over April to the end of June, beginning of April to the end of June, from indie designers and like the smaller guys, not the big guys. I don't focus on the big guys. I looked at those and there was 2 patterns that are really going, cast me on, cast me on, cast me on. So one of them is the Sleeping Fox pullover. Now, my lovely friend Em got me a voucher for Wool Warehouse for my birthday in April. And it's still sitting there, I still have to use it. And I said, like, once I know what I want to do with it, I'll buy the yarn. I don't want to just buy yarn because I have plenty. So I don't want to just buy yarn, I wanted it for something. And I'm really considering getting it for the Sleeping Fox pullover because it's gorgeous. And the other one that I've got my eye on is the damask wrap because I just think it looks so stunning and I have a lot of scrap. And I was thinking maybe I could just slowly work on something like that. Have you heard myself? Have you heard me? Slowly work on something like that and build it up over time to make like a lovely blanket through all scrap. I know what I'm saying and I know what I'm like. I'll probably cast on, do 2 squares and go, ugh, and that'll be the end of it. But it is in my head, like, I want to do that. I'm awful for wanting to make these big, massive projects and not having the willpower to get through them. I'm bad for that. But I am really considering that's what I want to do. So maybe, watch this space. Right, I've got another scratcher. This time it's Fion who's acting a bit weird. I'm not picking her up, she's violent. Right. I have some things to show you. So last week the Carrick Bend headband pattern was released. I was absolutely rubbish at promoting this. I completely forgot that I was supposed to be releasing it and I literally did like a surprise launch because I just completely forgot. So this is a headband that's knitted in the round. It has some cables here. It has a cable here and then like a drop stitch and then just the reverse of the way. So it's like the same It's same either way. It comes in 3 sizes. This is the middle size, I believe. Might be the big size. I can't remember. I do have a big head. But I think it's very pretty. And the testers did it and they made lovely versions. So that was released a couple of days ago, last week sometime. It was originally released in the Knitter magazine and is now out for you to be able to buy separately if you want to. So there you go. That is now out, the Carrick Bend headband. There is also a tutorial video that I released last week that goes alongside it for those tricky stitches that I've just mentioned, in case like you're new to cables or the cable is just a little bit trickier than you thought. One of them's like a 3-stitch cable and it's a little bit faffy. You need 2 cable needles and things. But it literally happens twice in the pattern. And then the dip stitch, obviously, some people have never done that before. So there's a tutorial for the 3 tricky stitches, which is what the video is called, just to help you with that. But that is now out. Patreons have finished testing the Vitreous socks, and these will be released in August. So these are a colourwork sock, not mosaic. They are a taupe shadow wrap heel, or is it a German short row heel? I can't actually remember. I think it's a German short row heel in the pattern. Yeah, yes it is. It's German short row. And it's quite hard to see in these colours, but you've got like a block square and then like little dots. Yes, Daxy, you do. And yeah, there is some beautiful ones by testers, which I've already shared in a previous video. I did mess one up and I said it was Karen's when it was actually Jenny's, but theirs were very, very similar. So I've apologised and I am sorry for mixing them up. But there are some stunning versions, including Jenny's and Karen's, of the socks. So they will be coming out this month, so keep your eyes peeled for those. And then the next things I've got to tell you is kind of acquisition. So let me go through this one first. So first up, I'll just pop them on there. This round of Cozy Toes Cal, I haven't announced what the prize is yet. I will be. I kind of need to sort it out. But I've got something. I will get that sorted and get that announced. However, in the next round of Cozy Toes, you could win a beautiful project bag from Makes by Mia. But I couldn't decide on which one I liked the best, and then she said that she was going to send me one anyway, so she sent me both of them. So I don't know which one's the prize yet and which one's mine. I have an inkling, but I'm not 100%. This is Makes by Mia's little logo and card. I will drop her links below, but these are the bags that she sent me. So we've got this lovely patterny one. I like this with it's got a gorgeous little, hang on, Made by Love. I don't know if you can see that. Made by Love. Little thing on the zip. I have no idea if that's focused. I don't know if it has or not, but that, and she has a little tag on the side there. Little Ziploc bag, gorgeous, lovely handle on the side, some ribbon. And then the other one is this lovely daisy one, which again has the Made with Love on the zip and little ribbon handle. It's like a pale minty inside with a ribbon. So one is for me and one is for the giveaway in, when does it run? It'll be September to October. So you could win it at the end of October. So if you like the look of those, head along to Makes by Mia. She's on Ko-fi to get her gorgeous bags. They're like, you know, when you get them like slightly padded, they're like that. They're like squishy. They're not just like a thin bag. Lovely. But I thought I would share them now. And then one of them will be in the giveaway. But but I don't know which one. I'm thinking this one it'll be the giveaway, but I'm not 100% because I like them both. So you might not get any, I might just keep them both. I'm kidding, I wouldn't do that. So those are, yeah, you can go to Makes by Mia and check out her coffee shop anyway and see what else she's got. But one of them will be up for grabs at the end of October if you join in and complete the Cozy Toes Cal. Okay, the other thing I bought the other day was from the yarn artist. Now, I don't know if you've heard of the yarn artist before. This is her little badge. That's her logo and everything. I have no idea if these are focusing or not. It's really hard to tell, but hopefully it is. I could show you it on there, couldn't I? That's probably better. So the other day she had announced that her little girl had been poorly. Now, when I went to the Blackpool show, I hate the name of this show so much because I can never remember it. The Northwest Winter Wool Festival, I think. It's in Blackpool. When I went there, the yarn artist was there, but as we went round to their stall on the Sunday, they were packing up like a little bit earlier than everybody else. And I said, is everything all right? And it was the yarn artist's husband, and he said that their little girl wasn't very well and they were having to go home early to go and see to her because she was with her grandparent and she was really not well. It turns out that the little girl has actually had a brain tumour and had it removed and is in recovery now. But as a result, they're obviously having to stay with her and look after her. And the couple of yarn shows that they've had planned, they've got everything dyed up for, but they're unable to go to it now because they're having to look after the little girl, which is absolutely, of course. So they'd put an announcement on their Instagram page and said about how they weren't able to attend the shows, but if anybody could help them out with like buying some of their stock, they would really appreciate it because they're obviously going to lose money not doing the shows and not working because they're looking after their little girl. So I bought a lucky dip and this is what arrived. It doesn't have a name, this one. I love this end so much. That's very, very me at this end. And again, yellow is not me, but I think that this knitted as a pair of socks is going to look lovely. So I got the Superwash sock 4-ply, which is 75% Superwash merino and 25% nylon. And it's 425 metres. Doesn't have a name. It is an unnamed skein. I just thought it was really, really pretty, and some of the ones that I've seen other people in my Discord getting are just absolutely stunning. So if you did want to help the yarn artist out, I will drop her link below so you can go and help her out. You can get a mystery, which are slightly cheaper than a normal skein, or if you're not into mysteries, which I know a lot of people aren't, there is lots on there that you can choose from. And yeah, and it just gives them a little bit of a breathing space while they look after their little girl, because it must have been horrendous to hear all that. She also popped this in to say that she's going to be here on the 15th of August. Where is it? Pop-up wool show at Hulme Hall for the day. 10 till 4, £4 entry. So that is in the Wirral, which is near Liverpool. So there you go, if you fancied going to that. Unfortunately, I can't attend because I won't be around. Right, I have my little Likac July box. So if you don't want to see this because you're getting it yourself and you haven't had it yet, please look away. I will pop a timestamp below for when I shut up about it. But this is the July colours for the Mystery Alice in Wonderland box. I get the DK minis. So this time it came with this lovely little notions pouch. Just a little pouch. That's cute, isn't it? It also had, this is the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, so it had the stitch marker is the little hat. And then I think these might be my favourite colours since getting it. I don't know, I can't choose, you know, but I just think they're just beautiful. I love them. So I was really happy with those. So yeah, so they will be going into my Northeasterly probably next year because I'm terrible. Right, welcome back if you skipped the little Likac bit. Okay, so first up, I want to welcome to Patreon Monica, who I don't know how, but I missed. She should have been welcomed last time, or even the time before that, maybe. I'm not sure. So Monica, I'm really sorry that I've somehow missed you, but a huge welcome. And also to Leslie, Granny T and Paula. So welcome to the gang, you four. I hope you're enjoying it. I know a couple of you have joined the Discord and everything, which is perfect. It's exactly what I want you to do so that you enjoy your entire tier. And as I said last time I spoke, the prices are going up. Now I am going to extend it a little week. I'm not going to put the prices up until the 7th of August, purely because I have some members who signed up through the Apple Pay app. Now, if you don't know this, if you pay through the Apple Pay, Apple charges extra money to either the person applying or the person creating. Now, it's my choice of how I do that. And when I originally set it all up, I set it up so that I would foot the bill. However, Apple take 40% off me because you've paid through the Apple app. And I have got to a point where I'm going to have to click that off. I cannot keep footing that bill. So, especially when Apple don't exactly do anything to earn the 40% of what is supposed to be coming to me. So, that is getting switched off. What you need to do if you have already paid through the Apple app, you need to rejoin Patreon through a browser. You can still do everything the same, but you've just got to rejoin through a browser, and then you won't pay that extra, because when I switch it on, you're going to end up paying extra. I'm not sure how much extra it is, possibly 40%. I'm not sure on that, but you will pay more. But I can't, once I put my prices up, so the people who were originally already on Patreon now will pay the same price that they've always paid. But once the prices go up, everybody coming in new will pay the increased price. If some people I know who have found out about the Apple thing, cancelled it, they sometimes have to actually cancel their Patreon and then re-sign up. And I don't want you to get stung. If you're already a Patreon now, I want you to keep the price that you've already got. I don't want you to have to pay the extra price just because of Apple messing people about, basically. So I'm going to extend it a week. I've got one more week. So the 7th of August is when the prices for my Patreon are going to go up. They're not going to go up massively. It's like probably a couple of pounds here and there, but they will go up. So, and I want you to pay the price that you have always paid if you were on there. So you do need to re-sign up if you signed through the Apple app. I am going to put a little thing on my Patreon page to explain as well. But just so you know that, so prices for Patreon will go up on the 7th of August. So if you haven't signed up yet and you're really interested and thinking about signing up, do it before the 7th of August and then you'll get the current prices. Right, there we go. Don't want to talk about money again because I did last time and I don't like talking about it. But over in Patreon this month, we will be choosing a pattern to work on for September, one of my old patterns that needs to be re-released. We're going to pick one of those. There'll be a vote going up at some point in August. We will also vote on the front cover of the Vitreous socks once I've photographed them. There will be 2 prize draws. These are all for bobbles and nups, by the way. I apologise. If you're a pom-pom, you will get your 2 vlogs. The Cal is not until next month, so the Cal won't run, but you will get your 2 vlogs, and you will also get the Vitreous pattern when it is released. You'll get that for free. Bobbles and Nups, you will have your giveaway for a stitch marker. There will be a giveaway run for the bobbles and nups, and then there'll be a separate one just for nups for a stitch marker. So Nups get 2 goes. I think that's everything. It's a lot of voting in this month. And then our book club starts in Discord as well on the 1st of August. We are reading, is it the Library After Dark, I think. I'll pop it on the screen of what it's actually called. We're all very excited. Some people have already raised their head and started reading. We will discuss it next Sunday, our first discussion of the book, the chapters that we have to read. So I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything in the whole Patreon/Discord community. And then in life stuff, okay, so it was my wedding anniversary on Tuesday, just gone, Tuesday the 28th of July. It was lovely. We went back to the hotel where we were married for 2 nights. We went on the Monday. It was kind of like we'd been let out of a cage because we've had a lot of, the kids are home, they're off school, and our eldest has been off college for a good couple of months now. And so we're never really just me and my husband. We've always got the kids around. So we were kind of like let out of a cage, and we went a little bit too hard. So then on our actual wedding anniversary, we were both very hungover. Just I don't know, we didn't do much. We just sat going for most of the day. But we had a lovely time. It was really, really nice to just have some time together because we don't get a lot of time, just the 2 of us. And it was lovely. I love spending time with my kids, do not get me wrong at all. But sometimes you do need a little bit of a breakaway. So we did that. I was not going to tell you this, but I have started big girl licence motorbike lessons. I've only done one, which was the end of July. It was the 17th of July. And yeah, I went on my first go on a big bike and I fell off twice. And they're very difficult, and it's a lot heavier than what I'm used to. And the first fall, I saw a pothole at the side of the road. I was in the training yard. I saw a pothole at the side of the training yard and was trying to do a U-turn, which is very slow and intricate, and trying to give it enough clutch and enough throttle to keep it upright. And I was struggling. And I saw the pothole and thought to myself, oh, you don't want to end up in there, and then gave it too much throttle and went straight in the pothole. I was thrown off the bike, landed on my back, smacked my head off the floor. I had all my gear on, so my helmet was on and everything, so I didn't feel anything. But then over the week that's come, my right leg is very, very badly bruised down one side. And that's how I've done this hand. I've obviously hit it off the floor. Even though I had my gloves on and everything, there's only so much protection, and they kind of protect your outer knuckles rather than inside. And I've obviously hit this off the floor, and I think I might have chipped the bone a little bit because there's a bit of a lump in it. And it does get very sore when I'm knitting, so I'm going to have to be very careful with this. I then got back on the bike. He asked me if I wanted to not go on the bike, but I said no, I'll get back on, and I did. And then I had to do another U-turn, but in second gear, so you had to give it a bit more gas and get it round a bit faster, and I really struggled, and the bike just fell on top of me. So I think that might have damaged my leg even more. It's really knocked my confidence, I won't lie. It's really made me doubt whether I should be doing it at all, and yeah, it really shook me. I didn't enjoy the lesson. I did have to go out on the road for the lesson, but I asked if I could go on a smaller bike when we went out on the road because I was too nervous to take the big one. So we went out on the smaller bike, and it's hard. It's hard, and it was very, very busy. I was in a big city that I'm not used to because I live in the middle of nowhere. So it was a lot of pressure, and I didn't enjoy it. But I do think that deep down, if I don't do it, I'll regret it. So I'm planning to go back at the end of August. They're quite spaced out, the lessons, but I am planned in to go back and try again and see how I go, and hopefully the next lesson will be a bit better, fingers crossed. So we'll see. But yeah, it's really shook me. I'm really like, oh, didn't enjoy that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, not much else going on. It's busy, busy, busy at the minute. I really, really worked my butt off in the run up to being able to have the 2 days off. So I kind of like worked myself into the ground a little bit, which is probably why, again, I went really hard when I went on my anniversary. I was definitely let out of a cage. So I don't think there's much else to tell you, really. There was a couple of people saying about, when I'd said about the pattern that was written, I think it was written by AI. I think a couple of people mistook what I meant, because there was people saying like to put a marker in to mark each pattern repeat and things like that. It's not that. It's that there's too many increases and not enough decreases in the pattern. So it doesn't actually work out like the picture of the pattern that's knitted. There's too many increases and not enough decreases. So the pattern is like growing exponentially, and then I don't know if it shrinks back down. I need to look at it properly, but it wasn't to do with that I can't read the lace or that I can't count it properly because of the increases at the side. Like, it's increasing so much in the centre as well because there's not enough decreases for the amount of increases in the pattern. So I need to either fix the lace pattern and make it work by taking out some of the increases, but they're eyelets and they make the pattern look pretty. So it's going to be tricky to do that. Or I just abandon it and put a different lace pattern in there, which is probably where I'm heading, because it's just so time consuming to try and fix a lace pattern if it's not working. But that's what I meant. It's the lace pattern itself, not the shawl. The actual lace pattern that I was fitting into the shawl doesn't work. It's been written by a computer. And then there's a pretty picture that makes it look like it works, and it just doesn't. Now, if I can make it work, I will. But yeah, that's what I meant. I'm very, very used to working with lace, manipulating lace, reading lace. Like, that is what I do. Like, all my years of designing with magazines and everything, I have had to manipulate lace patterns and make them work, because some of them even in books don't work. I've got a few in Stitch Bibles that are incorrect in the Stitch Bible, and I've had to adjust them to make them work. So I know how to do that really, really well. But this one is, I don't think you can make it look like the picture. I think it's all just being manipulated, which is really sad because it's very pretty, but it's not going to work. I'm going to try. I am going to try. But yes, but thank you for the little bits of advice and everything you gave me for it. I do appreciate it. It's just, that's not what was wrong. It wasn't that. It's that the lace pattern is not, it's not been written by a human. Anyway, right, so currently is the 6 weeks holidays. It's actually a 7-week holiday from school. So my kids are here constantly. I do want you to be aware that I will be going on holiday in a couple of weeks, and I'll be taking this. It's a 5-day holiday that we're going for, and there's going to be other bits and bobs of days out. So as a result, my videos over August may not be as regular. I'm not sure. I will try and get one in next week. I'll try and get one in the week after, but it's not a definite thing. So just bear with me, because obviously it's my kids' holidays and I want to be able to spend time with my kids and not just be constantly working. I've made sure that August is quite a simple, quiet month so that we can like do as much as possible. But videos take a lot of time, and especially when I'm doing like list videos and things like that. That last one was like, it took me a long time to edit. I think it was 9 hours to edit the list video. So it's a lengthy process, and for me to be able to do them, and I love doing them, but it's just difficult when I've got my kids around. It takes longer because I'm getting interrupted every 5 minutes to make drinks and dinners and things like that. Colouring this picture with me and things like that. And I want to be able to spend time with my kids. So please bear with me. There may be a couple of videos missing on a Sunday. Like I might not be here every single Sunday, but I'll be back in September if there is some missing. Hopefully there won't be, but I'm just warning you up front, just in case, as we go into August, because August is tricky. I've got a lot on. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you and see you hopefully next week. I don't know what with. Maybe the weird and wonderful video that you're all really wanting. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. Again, like I say, I've got a lot to do, so it might not be next week. It could be in a few weeks' time. I will pop a post up and let you know what's going on anyway. And I'll try and keep doing shorts and stuff so you can keep on track. I say I'll try. We'll see what happens. I'm terrible for going, yeah, I'll do this, and then I forget. So I'll do my best. Anyway, I'm going to love you all and leave you all. And I will see you very soon. Have a lovely rest of your day. And whatever whip you're working on, I hope you're loving it. I'll see you very soon.